Hi, Steve Von Brandt here for the Bass College. We're down here at Noxontown Lake. I'm here today with my brother Kurt Von Brandt up here in the front running the trolling motor. This is Tom Wolverton, our pro staff, and we're going to be working some of the creeks back in here. We've got crappies and we've got some white perch and stuff that come back in here to spawn, and the pads are just starting to come up. So we're going to be throwing some chatterbaits. We're going to throw spinnerbait early, some rattle trap type baits. If that doesn't work, then we're probably just going to go into all the laydowns on the North Shore, start flipping in some dirty jigs with some granny bass trailers. So hopefully we'll see you guys in a minute. We got 37-degree air temperature. Water temperature still in the 50s though, 53 to 55 degrees. So hopefully we're going to get some action soon, and we'll see you guys in a minute. All right, what do we got there?
Ready, Steve-O?
What is that? Oh, that's not bad. That's not too bad.
I think that's what hit me back here. Remember I said it.
Yeah, on now what's that on? That's the chatterbait, or?
Yeah, gold chatterbait with a white trailer. 3/8 ounce.
There you go. There's the first one. Decent. All right.
Let him go.
So Kurt, tell us a little bit about like where we are now, why you're here, what we're fishing, why you're fishing here, and then tell us where we're going to be going next and why we're going to make that move.
First thing you want to do this time of year is try to fish the emergent vegetation in this lake. There's a little bit of milfoil mixed in, but mainly you're talking lily pads. That's what you're trying to hit. Your shallow flats with lily pads on them. You want to hit that first thing with your reaction baits, see if there's some aggressive fish up shallow. If you don't catch those fish, then you're going to work more towards your steeper banks with heavy wood cover. Hit them with crankbaits. Your same reaction baits, or then slow way down and flip them. Mainly on a lot of these smaller lakes, you kind of just want to fish around, let the fish tell you what's going on, and then adjust. You can get at the mouse creeks on some of these shallow flat points you have.
I would throw a 1/4 ounce, and if they don't hit it, switch to a half. What'd you pick that one up? What'd you pick him up on the?
Rattlebait.
What kind is that?
It's Excalibur, 1/4 ounce.
What are these fish doing, Tom? Tell them a little about that.
They're busting on the shad. Full shad back here in the batch of record.
State record can be here, Tom. It's funny how the area matters, you know? Oh, Patty nailed
it. Time to get the pliers out, Steve.
That's a nice one there, and they're down in the milfoil out here.
You're not right in the milfoil. If you're 20 yards off of where the milfoil bed is, you get nothing. You move into it.
See how fat you're feeding on them shades, Steve?
See that one?
Caught that one on the chrome, the bleeding bait chrome Bill Lewis rattle trap. Red hooks. Small bass. Emerging hydrilla with milfoil. Yeah, they just fight really hard in that shallow water. Oh, fat though. Another one on the trap. We figured it out now. They are eating shad, but I think we've discovered that more important than the shad is the emerging milfoil that we have. It's very, very green. When we first started out, all the grass was dead, slimy, not milfoil. Much better grass. See if we can get another one.
There he goes, another one on
Half-ounce super spot.
half-ounce super spot. Back on in with you.
This
my
is the
friend.
key. You don't want to just be in any grass. You want the grass to look like that. See how green the grass is? This is just growing, it's just emerging, coming up near the surface for these warm days we've had here in the spring, and the bass are in it. The shad are in it, so in turn the bass are in it. And the bass will actually spawn around this grass here shortly. Another 3-4 weeks, they'll be spawning around that grass. You take this bait, you're going to get grass. See the hook? That's fine. When you feel the grass, you rip it. It's just a slow, steady retrieve until you feel the bait hit the grass, then you give it a hard yank. A lot of times they're on it right then. You just want to work it so it's just fast enough that it's ticking the top of that grass, and that's how you catch these fish.
There's another one. I just hooked him right on the bottom. He swiped at it. See how he's caught right down there in the bottom of his face. Coming off these flats right here.
We worked up, did our drifted all the way down. They stopped hitting. As we were heading back up to make another one, I saw some wood here in the shore. So that wood looks too good. Moved in with my Lucky Craft RC 1.5 sexy shad square bill. Banged it around the first laydown we came to. Another bass.
About 50 feet and cast in with a rattle bait. They were catching good there.
All the way up Range.
How about over there where that collapsed dock is?
We didn't catch any there. We caught a bunch on the other shore though over there in the
But
woods.
for numbers, we caught about 8 or 9. We've seen a guy catch 10 there.
Are they down deep or near the surface?
No, it's shallow, out off that point.
Okay.
All the way up.
Well, we had a great day. We're getting ready to leave. We're going to flip a few more laydowns before we get out of here. You saw we caught a lot of variety of fish different ways. Schooling bass on rattle traps and crankbaits. We've caught bass in the laydowns on jigs. The bigger fish came on the dirty jigs with the grande bass trailer. And the crankbait, the RC 1.5. So we had a great day. There were a variety of fish and a variety of cover.
Nice bass. Dirty jig, grande bass, mega claws trailer, flipped into shallow wood, bright sunny shore. Nice bass.
That
See that jig in his mouth?
dirty jigs and grande bass, man, that's the way to go. I'm telling you, flip these bass up out of these laydowns on these jigs in the spring. That's it.
That's 4 or 5 of us, huh?
Tennessee color.
No, it was a Bill Dance special color for Bass Pro Shops, and he stopped making it. I thought this was going to be a little lighter and kind of match it, but it didn't. Deep little end. Check it out.
Nice, crappy color.
Yeah, I like this crankbait bite in summertime, dude. Get up there in the deep water, and they go to like, 8, 10, 12 foot in the channels where you catch them. That or we throw 10-inch worms. Or like in Manasquan, I own Carolina rig. I can't see you doing much Carolina rigging here.
No, hardly ever.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I've tried it.
Not set up for it, huh?
I've tried it.
Oh, you could in the channel, but I mean, it
Just doesn't work.
No, it's not set up for it. Now, if you had 12 foot of water with a brush pile on it, brother, I'll run that Carolina rig right through it and hold on to your rod. That's what I do at Manasquan. It pops through it.
You just
and the
reel
bait
it
just
almost,
goes.
slow drag.
They go like they pull the rod down like that. No, you just finesse it through and you feel it. I put a long leader with a pocket crawl. Man, can't get out.
Not bad for behind the net.
That's right.
Pretty fish. Not the right size.
See that one.
Caught that one on the chrome, the bleeding bait, chrome Bill Lewis rattle trap. Red hooks. All that. Emerging hydrilla. Milfoil.
That's better.
Just fight really hard in that shallow water. Another one on the trap. We figured it out now. They were eating shad, and I think we've discovered that more important than the shad is the emerging milfoil that we have. It's very, very green. When we first started out, all the grass was dead, slimy, not milfoil. Much better grass. See if we can get another one. Upper half of the lake has more shallow flats. Lower end is more, you're at the bank, goes out to the creek channel. So when they want to spawn, generally it's traditionally up in this upper half of the lake. However, there are some really large fish in the shallow or in the deeper end of the lake. But more of your numbers will be up here in the upper half of the lake. There you go. That building right up there.
There we go. Right there on custom painting crankbait.
Half-ounce super spot.
Drifted all the way up the flat with our rattle baits until we stopped catching fish. The grass was good, but it got really shallow.
That's on what, the RC 1.5?
In sexy shad pattern. Digging in that bottom. Fat shad. See one on that shad.
What's that on a red eye shad?
Red eye shad and sexy shad. We got some schooling fish here on schools of shad. Look at the belly. He's running. That's why I didn't know he was in. 3 pound. Barely. Get that other hook in his face. 3 pounder.
He's out off the bank.
Yep, on the break. Right on the brake line. Barely hooked. Just came up and grabbed again that RC 1.5. Sexy shad color, square bill. That's a better fish. That's a really heavy fish. Look at all those eggs and shad. Beautiful fish. Same bait? Yeah.
That's really nice. How are you working that?
Slow banging it into the woods. Same as always. Just like on the river. 3 pounds. Nice fat fish. She's 3 pounds. Tight the wood cover. Bright sunny shore. Bang that square bill Lucky Craft RC right into the wood. Root it around. You kind of fish it over the wood. Kind of crawl it so it doesn't get snagged. As soon as it bumps it and deflects, these nice fat spring bass.
On.
4 pounder.
He came in a foot of water on a dirty jig.
And how are you flipping that now? What line are you using on that? And reel?
This is Trilene XT, and there's the grindy bass crawl on the back. Mega claw. It's probably about a 4 pound fish.
Yeah, 4 1/4. That's really nice.
It's full of shade.
Where's that, at Havre de Grace?
I like this in summertime. It's so predictable. High tide, you go in the wood. When that tide drops, you go right out to the grass and bang. They all pull right out to that grass, man, with a spinner bait. We got 24 out of there on that grass.
Just move so much though. They move around a lot. I mean, I do work when I catch a lot of fish there in the grass. But like for tournaments, maybe you can be in there and just know you're going to catch 20 pounds and they're like not there, and then they're a half a mile down. You know, so all right. Fat bass.
Now, how did you catch him? How did he take it, and what were you doing? Tell him a little bit about that.
Throwing it into the heaviest gnarly cover, same place as Tom's flipping his jig. Crawl it through there, get the bait down under the water. You know, you're not letting it float on the surface, you're working the bait. Just kind of feel it through the heavy brush with that square bill. As soon as you knock and deflect the bait into it, generally towards the end of the tree after it deflects off that last piece, they just load up on it. Later in the year, they'll smash it and almost rip the rod out of your hand, but this time of year, you just feel a slight tick, and about a half a second later, the rod just loads up, and you kind of just pull it tight, put hard pressure on it.
Waste of time. I see guys with bags thrown all over the place, spending 10 minutes looking for something. I get it out, get it on, and get my bait back in the water.
Give me an example.
Show them how that works, Tom.
Let me have a creature bait.
You want a creature bait? Go into the creature bait box.
Damn, only the productive colors that you can.
There you go. That's my favorite color right there. That's why I label everything. My stuff's organized. It's time management on the water. I've seen guys in the tournament situation look around 15 minutes for a certain lure. My stuff's right there. All my weights, everything's labeled. All my weights and sizes.
Tell them why it's like that. What do you do in the winter when you're not fishing? And after every trip, go back over everything and make sure everything's organized.
That's right.
Check each lure. Don't just throw it on the floor and think I'll do it later. You end up not doing it later because you're tired.
Is that what you're just talking about, the flat broke? That's the one you got, same color, right?
Yeah.
Look at every crankbait in this box.
And look at this, time management. When you go to pull one of your crankbaits out and 400 come out and you're untangling them, every one of mine. Put these on them, you eliminate that problem.
Show 'em how easy
And
it
one
is to
other
take
little
those
trick I'm
off.
going to show you. How many times you open a box in the rain, all your baits the next day becomes all rusted out hooks? I'm going to show you something.
Has holes in the bottom of the box.
Oxidized.
Rust strips.
I have rust strips in all my boxes.
Put the rust strips in all your boxes. It'll save you a lot of time and money with your
Right.
with your lures.
Yeah.
Especially now at $10, $12 a piece.
Nice stuff. And nice.
That fish couldn't have run any faster than it did.
Look at that. On the Lucky Craft RC 1.5 shad color.
Caught that one on the Excalibur. Oh, I'm sorry, the RC 1.5 crankbait.
Right here on the way in, we're just getting ready to leave.
Now see, these fish are a little deeper a lot of times on
So
here.
they're whiter.
See the color of the bass?
And the water's really to me. That'll make it white.
Came right off the chunk rock here. Okay, we're back at the ramp and we're leaving now. Here comes Kurt pulling the skeeter in. Got Tom here waiting. We're going to pull it out and we'll see you guys later on the site and let you know what happened. So we'll see you guys down on the water and we'll see you next time, maybe out on the upper bay on the Potomac, somewhere like that. Okay, we're out of here at Noxontown. Had a great day, and for Steve and Kurt and Tom for the Bass College, we'll see you next time down on the water.